Hello, everyone. The topic of today's lecture is supplementary food and the rules for its administration, types of supplementary feeding, principles of introducing complementary foods. And the first slide is about feeding in infancy. Feeding in infancy is the provision of the child with basic nutritional substances, formation and establishment of the structure of all organs and systems, improvement of their functions, determining the state of a child's health throughout their entire life. And it also provides rapid growth and development processes of a child, physical development of children. Mother's milk fully meets the requirements of the child's body, has the necessary temperature for the child, is maximally balanced, contains enzymes, hormones. Milk components affect the growth and differentiation of the child's tissues, provides immune protection and the formation of immunity, economically beneficial for the family, and psychophysiological contact with mother is also linked with breastfeeding. Breastfeeding exclusive, they can be of three types, and the last type is artificial feeding, which doesn't include breastfeeding. Exclusive breastfeeding is breastfeeding without supplemental feeding with other food or supplemental drinking, including water, except for medicines or vitamins and mineral supplements. Milk-based or donor breast milk, including fortified milk, is also permitted. Primarily breastfeeding with additional watering. Mixed feeding is feeding a child with breast milk in any combination with adapted milk mixture. And artificial feeding is feeding a child only with baby formula. According to modern World Health Organization recommendations, the optimal feeding method for a child in their first year is exclusively breastfeeding until 6 months, followed by breastfeeding after the introduction of solid food. World Health Organization and UNICEF recommend breastfeeding duration up to 2 years or more. Additional food, an introduction into a young child's diet of products that differ in consistency, composition, and quality from milk. Purpose of supplemental feeding is to provide additional energy and nutrients, but additional feed should not displace breast milk until 12 months of age. It is desirable that breast milk by the end of first year of life provides third to half of the average total energy consumption. When should supplemental feeding be introduced? Ideally around 6 months, sometimes between 4 and 6 months. Introducing complementary foods too early is dangerous. Breast milk may be displaced. Children are exposed to disease-causing microbes present in products, threat of dyspeptic disease, and food allergies. When should supplemental feeding be introduced? They can also cause problems with too late supplementation, growth retardation and malnutrition, development of micronutrient deficiency, especially iron and zinc. Optimal development of motor skills, chewing, tasting, and food structures may not be ensured. Rules for introducing additional food. The introduction of each new product begins with a small amount, gradually increasing 5 to 7 days to the recommended volume for this age, while carefully monitoring tolerance. The new product or dish should be given in the first half of the day to mark the possible reaction to its introduction. Cakes, vegetable, and fruit purees should be introduced starting from single component products, gradually adding other products of this group. Additional feed is given from a spoon until breastfeeding or a baby's milk mixture. New products are not introduced during acute infectious disease before and after preventive vaccinations, 3 to 5 days. At 9-10 months of age, homogenized and pureed products should be gradually replaced with finely ground ones. First supplement. Healthy children With normal body weight, vegetable puree is recommended for the first supplement. It should be given at a designated time convenient for you, usually at lunchtime. For the preparation of puree, high quality vegetables with tender fiber are used: potatoes, carrots, cabbage in a 2:1:1 ratio. After 6 months, you can also use other vegetables: spinach, asparagus, zucchini, green peas, and greens. Second feeding. Specialists recommend administering with corn, rice, and buckwheat porridge. The listed grains do not contain gluten, a plant protein that often causes allergies in infants. When introducing supplementary feeds, it's necessary to take into account some peculiarities of cereal. Compared to others, rice grain contains the most amount of starch, and buckwheat contains a lot of iron. Here you can read more information on what certain supplementary food types contain. Additives to the main supplements. Choices contain natural sugars, glucose, fructose, sucrose, organic acids, which have a positive effect on digestive processes. Fruit purees are similar in composition and the nutritional value to fruit juices, especially to the flesh. Water is a component of all food products, and a large amount of water, about 85%, is found in breast milk and baby formulations. The sequence of introducing individual products depends on health states, nutritional status of a child, functional state of the child's digestive system. Adapted milk structures: baby food products made in liquid or powder form based on cow or goat milk, chemical composition as close as possible to women's milk, satisfaction of the psychological needs of children of the first year of life in necessary substances and energy. Children's milk mixture, depending on the child's age, are divided into two types: initial and next. Initial milk structures for children of the first 6 months of life. Next milk structures are for children of the second half of life. Mixtures from 0 to 12 months can be used throughout the first year of the child's life. Thank you for your attention.